Leo, this is Kacee with your monthly reading for April. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so grateful to have you guys here with me. So I'm pulling some energy cards and you guys get two. So we're coming in with yin and yang in action. And I just want to mention the black horse and the white horse, the complete opposite shades. And then we have the yin and yang, where we're finding our balance and we're trying to really get grounded and expand on so many levels, but keep balanced and keep grounded at the same time. And yin and yang talks about our good side and our dark side as well. So our light and our dark. So I find that as a beautiful comparison where you had two cards come up that mirror each other. Now with the action card, this is where you're going to have to step forward and you're going to be challenged in a way that is going to allow you to expand on the things that you've been doing already, dealing with your light and your dark side of your energies. So let's go ahead and pull some emotion cards and see how that adds. And the challenges, they don't have to be bad challenges. They can be good, help for expansion. Here we have new vitality, and look at the chakra colors, guys. This is amazing. This is you being very grounded with what you're doing, how you're feeling, being very in tune with yourself and what your goals are, physically and spiritually. Working on a lot of stuff. Getting rid of some energy that no longer suits you, doing a lot of forgiveness for situations that have been in the past, but knowing that that's the only way that you can actually move on is by finding some kind of forgiveness and or peace with the situation, and that allows for the chakras to open back up. So if you had a problem with maybe in your root chakra or your heart chakra and things of the past were just really bothering you, you were able to work through that with your duality, with your good and with your bad energies, and you're finding a way to be peaceful with the situation. Here we have invisible, and it's a cycle, okay guys? It's a circle. She's looking into the mirror. She does not see her reflection, feeling that she was out in the cold and not being appreciated for the things that she was bringing to the table. Somebody had not honored the loyalty that you gave them unconditionally, and that really made you go into a cycle of really thinking about what it is that you want to bring to the table and what you want to take away from the table, and making sure that the new relationships that you have some kind of balance, that they're not out of whack, that you're not always the giver and they're always the taker, or vice versa. It has to be an even cycle of energy coming back and forth, an even circle of that energy, and it has to be balanced. And if it's not balanced, you're going to find a way to either balance it or move away from it, because it is not going to help you stay grounded and actually keep moving on with your abilities and with your path that you're supposed to be on. And if you feel like you are not being heard or you're not being appreciated for the things that you do, then you will have to question their loyalty to you, because your loyalty to yourself should be paramount. You should not lower your boundaries to their level if they're not able to raise their energy to your expectations. And I don't mean for your expectations to be super high. This is just common courtesy. This is just that energy level coming back and forth. Please and thank you once in a while would be nice, right? It's not like you're asking for the world, but if you're going through a situation where the people around you, whether they're family, friends, a significant other, a co-worker, is disrespecting you in a way, and you're questioning their loyalty to you, to the company, to your marriage, to your relationship, whatever that happens to be, that needs some discussion. And it also needs for you to be able to know exactly what you want and what your standards are. So it's really important to keep those chakras. Don't block that root chakra, that heart chakra, don't block any of those chakras on someone else's inability to see your worth. It's not what you're here to do. You're here to have that nice flowing balance so that you are able to do what your soul path is supposed to be, what your earthly path is supposed to be, honoring yourself and honoring what you believe to be right. Let's go ahead and get some advice. Well, patience is a virtue, guys. Patience is a virtue, absolutely. That says it all, because being patient is how you got to this point here of finding that balance between your light and your dark, and where your energy is now flowing freely because you're doing all the things that your soul has been asking you to do. Now is also the time that you should be open to new relationships, open to ending some relationships that do not work for you right now, or at least putting them on pause and letting that other energy figure out if they're going to be able to rise to your expectations. Again, expectations are not out of this world. It's like common decency. It's like communication, mutual respect, things of that nature. It's not anything that's way crazy. You don't have to have a master's degree to talk to you. It's just, respect is a big thing for you guys. People carrying their own weight is huge for you. And if you feel that it is more one-sided, maybe at work or at home, and you're feeling that they don't appreciate everything that you're doing, and they're just kind of, being lazy about it, you're going to have a problem with that. And they need to kick it into gear, because they need to take care of themselves. They need to honor the relationship they have with you, even if it's just a friendship. It doesn't even have to be a romantic situation. But that is something, you judge people on, is their morals and their belief systems, because you want to make sure that you match their belief systems, that they don't believe something that they should be catered to, that they're not the king or queen, and you're a servant. So it has to be very even keeled with your relationships on a lot of different levels. You guys don't tolerate laziness very well, because you're not lazy. You have your moments, but for the most part, you guys are very much that fire sign that you represent, and you're going out there and you're getting things done, and you're taking risks, and you're taking challenges the way they come. And speaking of challenges, here we have the Five of Wands with the Temperance in reverse. And I feel like in some ways you are losing faith in someone's relationship. You've given them the patience. You've tried to talk to them. You tried to express yourself without being mean, without being cruel, because you do not want to hurt their feelings as well. But in the same respect, they're not picking up on the signs and signals you're giving them. And you're looking for a way to either communicate or move away from the situation. There's a lot of conflict with this other person. They don't see it the same way you do, and if you feel that this cannot be resolved, you're okay with putting this relationship on pause. And the Seven of Cups in reverse coming in with being careful not to be too disillusioned with either their comments, their excuses. I think it's their excuses. I think the Seven of Cups represents all those excuses they throw your way when you try to confront them and make a pact, make a new plan, start looking things from a different perspective, you make a new schedule, whatever the case is that you come up with, they have an excuse for everything, okay? And the generosity is not flowing back and forth. It's very one-sided right now. That was with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Now we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is really very heavy, slow moving energy. Patience, again, right here. There's a lot of stuff that has to be worked through. Karma card comes in reverse, guys. This is where at some point the truth is going to come out as to what is really the underlying problem. Knight of Swords in reverse talks about when the truth is coming out, it's going to be very muddled. You're not going to see it for what it truly is right off the bat. Say you're dealing with someone that is giving you every excuse under the sun, and you're believing all these excuses. Their car broke down, that's why they can't come to work on time. The babysitter didn't show up, they had a leak in the sink. There's always something going on, right? But underneath it all, there's a very there's something that is motivating all those other excuses. Their excuses are getting tired, you're seeing them through, you're seeing through the crap is what it is. You don't know exactly how to put your finger on it, but you know it's coming. You know that you're going to figure out what's going on, whether they have a second job and that's why they're always late, or they're doing something they're not supposed to be doing, or I feel it's, for them, here we have the Queen of Cups. For them, it's how much can I get away with before they call me out on it, okay? Queen of Cups, this is coming in very strong and very much with your emotions intact. So you go from not having the correct words to put your finger on what's going on to having those words, using your intuition, finding out why it's panning out the way it is. Open lines of communication, Three of Cups in the upright. This is good. This is where the energy starts to shift. There's open communication. There's friendship is back. The balance has been restored. Yes, look at this, Leo. We have the Four of Wands, and this is a celebration of having that connection back on the same path that is supposed to be. Yes, this is great. I love this. So you go through that whole thing, but you stay very secure and honor your beliefs and your boundaries, and that's how you get to that end goal of that celebration of everybody being on the same page again, that the tribe is working in the same direction, the team is now back together, you know, that kind of thing. So that's really good energy coming in. So whatever has to be discussed, because, you know, when they are giving you every excuse under the sun here and the cooperation is not there, you think about walking away and you're like, all right, I'm going to give up on this if you guys aren't going to stay on the same page with me, because I'm not going to give all my energy and time and money and blood, sweat, and tears to this if you're not going to do the same. And it's just an even flow of energy that needs to be created in order for this to work properly. And I think you find the words from your heart to explain to them how things are going to be. And then they come back on the same page. You reignite another common ground that you guys can work together on. All right, we're coming in with 2 of the Spirit message cards. I was only going to pull 1, but you know how that works. We have Seek in Animal Kingdom. And Seek talks about the power of spirit existing in all things. Everything is made of energy, and every single thing in your physical world contains a fragment of spirit, including you. We are all with spirit and always will be connected to one another. And I want to notice that the energy here with the yin and yang is all about you seeking that balance, finding a way to communicate with this individual so that you can put things on the right path again. Everybody gets on the same page. Animal Kingdom. Animals of all types are extraordinary creatures and miraculous gifts to us. They have been our spiritual companions since the dawn of time. At this moment, they have lessons to share with you, so open up your heart and your soul. And this talks about taking things at face value, okay? This is like unconditional love. It just is what it is. You know, as you guys know, I have pets, I have dogs, I have a cat. So you know how dogs are, it's like they will be happy to play, and then when that energy is done, they're going to go take a nap. So they live in the moment, and they take on each pleasure and or obstacle at that time. So that's where we need to be. We don't want to think too far in the future. We don't want to be too far in the past. We want to take the energy that's being presented to us at this time and deal with it. So be present in the moment, guys, okay? Alrighty, let's go ahead and pull our angel card. Patience is a virtue while you deal with this energy, so just keep that in the forefront of your mind when it starts to get stressful. And we have Archangel Michael, our warrior angel. Love Archangel Michael. He comes in to protect us. It says, I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. So know that all the things that you're going through right now is only for a greater expansion, to do the things that you were brought here to do in the first place. Some of the earthly things that comes in and clatters and chatters in our minds, in our energy, we have to work through that and find a balance. We also have to be very open in our communication, but also keep our emotions in check. Don't let them get out of control. Make sure that we think before we speak, so that we can speak to these people on a level that they will understand, so we can all get back on the same page. Leo, thank you so very much for letting me read for you today. I hope the message helps. I would love to have you back, so please like and subscribe. Take care.